Oh shoot, I was muted. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
I'm talking to myself. But
Sorry, you'll be talking to yourself during our stream anyway.
how you doing, Greg? Oh, that is true. I don't listen to you. Anyway, we're here for a draft day special. Greg, I see a tweet from your account a couple days ago,
Let's go over it.
and something according to you, you have sources per se.
I have
Rumor
sources.
has
Dude.
it.
We're moving
And
we're moving on up in the sports world, Rob. I have sources.
And you tweeted Danny Green in the 23rd pick is confirmed.
Confirmed.
So Matisse Thybulle's not involved with it?
According as of now, I should say my sources say he is not involved, but there will be deals involving the potential 5-year, $168 million contract man of Matisse Thybulle. He will not be a 76er by the start of the 2022 season.
Are you a fan of Eric Gordon to the Sixers? Like, what are your thoughts on that trade?
I am a fan of Eric Gordon on the Sixers. I am not a fan of trading Danny Green and our only first-round pick asset for Eric Gordon.
Even Danny Green?
Even Danny Green.
You have a problem with trading?
Is Danny even going to play this year?
No,
it's going to be
probably not.
Probably not, right? Eric Gordon is still a very good NBA player. He is a far better shooter. Offensively, he's going to bring a lot more to the team than Danny Green ever has. And I like Danny. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of Danny. He's a winning player. He's a guy who came in and did his job for 3 years. But Eric Gordon's just a better basketball player at these points of their career. And Eric Gordon defensively is not terrible. I mean, he's a good defender. He's a solid enough defender.
He's a thick guy, so he's not going to get moved off his spots.
He's got some thickness to him.
So, yeah, I wouldn't mind the Eric Gordon trade. I just wouldn't want to involve Thybulle and our pick because I feel like we're getting the shit end of the deal if we involve Thybulle and our pick. Like, that's a little too much for my liking. I don't know, but I don't know how you feel about that.
Agreed. Thybulle is too much to trade for a rental type of guy as Eric Gordon is. I would relocate Thybulle to other areas. I mean, I think what Morey's going to try and do is try and go out and get another star guy, and it's going to be Thybulle oriented and see what he can do with that first round pick he has tonight. But I think if all else fails, he wants Eric Gordon, and then obviously we'll get into PJ Tucker later on. But it's the Philadelphia Houston Rockets or the Philadelphia Rockets right now, so we'll see.
Yep. We are here for the Gromp show, as Greg Melly named it.
Dude, how long has it been and we're still rolling with that shit name?
Hey, man, the people love it. But our guy, Michael Miller, in the chat, shout out to the chat, says, will we trade Tobias Harris today? As I call him, Tobias Harris.
Dude, you're so creative, man. It's crazy. Like, how do you even, like, do you just wake up and piss excellence in the morning?
Yeah.
How does it work, Rob?
I think I'm going to start stand-up, honestly.
Dude. That was a good one, dude. Good.
See what I'm doing?
I'm picking up what you're putting down, dude. I really am.
One day you're going to be working and I'm just going to roll in and I'm going to do a comedy show.
I'm going to be taking your order.
And probably fail because that shit's scary.
It's not easy, dude. It's not easy.
All right, but back to the Sixers. What did I ask you? Oh, yeah, Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris.
I don't think he'll get traded tonight, but I would be surprised if he's a Sixer for the foreseeable future. There's a lot going on right now in the NBA with like DeJounte, with John Collins, with the Kings wanting to trade their 4th pick, the Blazers trading the 7th pick for OG, Jeremy Grant getting traded yesterday. There's a lot going on right now.
You know what yesterday made me realize? It made me realize first-round picks are valuable. So we should, valuable. if we package Matisse Thybulle with a first-round pick, we should be getting something very good in return, not just a Will Barton type player. I don't want Will Barton. Will Barton does nothing for me. I don't know about you, but Will Barton is just a weird player. I wouldn't mind him, but I'm not giving up a first and Matisse for him. I'll give you Ferk. I'll give you. You can have Ferk.
Whoa,
that's your dude. Ferk.
That's your dude, Rob. We're trading your guy. Are you going to be a Nuggets fan? Are you going to go to Swipa? Are you going to be Swipa Part 2 now with Ferk?
No, but seriously, like, I see these trades for Matisse Thybulle on a pick, and I'm like, that's too much. And originally, I was on that side of things because I feel like I was undervaluing what a pick and a young stud like Matisse Thybulle could get you, even though he's not a stud. But he could be if our coach was, could utilize him correctly and develop him. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on Will Barton?
I mean, first, if you look at Thybulle, how long has he been in the NBA? 3 years, and he's a 2-time All-Defender. I mean, like, his resume is really, really solid. And, like, regardless that he is an offensive liability at times, he is so good defensively that I think you can build around it a little bit. And you can – I think his value is higher than him and a first-round pick packaged together, which is insane to me for Will Barton. I would never make that trade. I wouldn't trade Matisse Thybulle in a first-rounder if there's not going to be something very valuable coming in return. I don't mean like a John Collins valuable, but like at least a piece or two pieces that are going to come in every day and be a regular rotational guy. I like Will Barton as a player. I think he would be a pretty solid fit in Philadelphia because it's like the last thing we had similar to that was Lou Williams and how long that was pre-process. We haven't really had a shot creating guard off the bench who can go out and microwave and change a game in a couple of minutes, but he's also the type of guy who's going to put up 10 shots regardless if he makes any of them. And I just don't think where he's at in his career, Matisse in a first round pick, I just think we're going to lose that trade.
All right, so I'm exposing you right quick. I see this tweet right here, and as you can see, I didn't like it because this is just this is a whole bunch of garbage right here. My Sixers wish list, keeping Tyrese Maxey. That's
wait. That's a really good looking profile picture, dude. Holy shit, that guy is good looking. Continue.
Right here.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, zoom in.
Serial killer vibes.
Zoom in for the
people. Where's this tweet? No, I'm playing. It looks good. All right, keeping Tyrese Maxey. And I see this dude right here, Cam Reddish. Fluff KD. Cam Reddish. You want Cam Reddish now?
Dude, I've always liked Cam Reddish, first of all. Just because I have never been as high on him as you are, I've always been a Cam Reddish fan. I'm a big Cam guy. Always did. He's exactly what I think the Sixers could use as a dynamic scorer, three-way scorer possibly. RLS 725. The mustache is not going anywhere, brother. And I just think that Cam Reddish could be really good in Philadelphia. I don't know what his value is because I think my earlier tweet trading for Cam, I said like Matisse in the 23rd pick. I probably take that back because I think that's probably overdoing it because Matisse is probably.
I think that's worth it for Cam Reddish.
I'm a fan of Cam, but he just hasn't. When he was traded to New York, what was it, like 2 second-round picks?
Yeah.
I think we could get him for less, but I would die to get Cam Reddish.
You would die.
I would.
Do you think
it needs to exist?
Do you think there's any chance of getting Cam Reddish though? Like realistically speaking.
Do
you think Morey knows who he is?
Yes, of course. I just don't know.
He does not. Come on.
I just don't know what the hell the Sixers want to do. I don't know the direction that we want to go. Like I don't know the direction of this team. I don't know what we want. Like apparently Embiid came out today or yesterday and said that he is like really motivated and pushed Philadelphia to go out and get PJ Tucker. But like I don't know what that means for the rest of the offseason. Like, is this just becoming a hey Embiid, what do you want type of thing? Because have we reached the point, Romp, where we are just trying to make our superstar as happy as possible because we don't know how long he's going to let us have him?
I think why couldn't Embiid be this vocal about Jimmy Butler? Like, what's with PJ Tucker?
It's an age thing, man. He's grown up. Ever since Simmons left, we both saw the the step in leadership that he took when he started calling out guys, he started doing things like that. I mean, there's been a big improvement when it comes to leadership for Embiid. I think now he finally realizes that he has to be the guy, and he is a top 6 guy in the league.
October's is a fan of your mustache. He says keep the mustache because it's hard to grow back.
Well, yeah. Okay.
All right. All right, let's go. Kevin Durant. So you think he's asking out? You think Kyrie's gone?
No. I think Kyrie's gone. I think KD stays.
You think he stays?
Yeah, I think he stays.
No shot.
If KD
with Ben Simmons, come on, bro.
If KD asks to leave, his entire career reputation is done.
Really?
Yeah.
But what if he comes to Philly?
I mean, I hate Kevin Durant more than I think any player in the history of basketball. But
more than James Harden?
Yeah, more than James. I hate KD, dude. I hate KD so much. Like, truly, from the bottom of my heart, I hate him. I hate that he's good. But hey, dude, if we want to bring on probably the greatest scorer in NBA history, come on over.
Are you ready for Sixers fans to be like, I wouldn't trade Maxey for him?
Dude, it's just so funny. Like, I'm not comparing Thibault and Maxey, but like Thibault went from untouchable 4 months ago to
that was Daryl Morey being a
untradeable. Dummy. Yeah, but even some Sixers fans were like, no way, dude. No way we would trade Matisse. Like, Matisse Thybulle, dude, no shot. He's going to be a 45-point scorer next year. How are we going to trade Matisse? He's the greatest defender in NBA history. I mean, we overvalue guys. I love Tyrese, but if KD is like, yo, I want to go to Philly, and the only way we can do that is trading Tyrese, then obviously.
Oh, yeah. I love my boy Tyrese, but I mean, if KD's on the table, I'm trading anyone not named Joel Embiid for KD to get him here. Yes. It's that plain and simple. And then Tyrese Maxey can take Ben Simmons' spot once again in Brooklyn.
Dude, imagine that.
We could probably get if they were considering a rebuild, we could probably get KD and Seth Curry. But we would have for that to happen, KD would have to, say he wants to play in Philly. That would be the key of the whole situation.
Because, and then just imagine the hilarity behind that. Like, how funny would that be? We just take Harden and Durant from the Nets. Like, we take Harden, then Durant's like, you know what, dude? Like, Embiid's my best buddy. I love him. I want to go over to Philly. That'd be wild.
Can we talk about how stupid Sean Marks is as a GM? I remember telling RB and Eastwood on a live stream, I'm like, if I'm and this was during like the James Harden rumors, I thought it wasn't going to happen because I was just trying to look at it realistically. I was like, if I'm the Nets GM, why the heck would I trade for Ben Simmons when I have James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant? I know there was a bunch of drama, but keeping all three of them and trying to have them work it out is much more realistic to win a championship than bringing on Ben Simmons. And if they had James Harden this year against the Boston Celtics, there's no way they're getting swept because James Harden actually played well in the first round and he had a little pep in his step. And remember, James Harden last year against the Boston Celtics, he averaged like 30 points a game. So that was the stupidest move I've ever seen by a GM, betting on Ben Simmons. Are you kidding me?
Not only that, dude, he traded James Harden, an all-time 75 best player, to a division rival. It's not like you traded him out west to Sacramento. You just traded him out east to the Sacramento Kings of the East. Like, that's so wild to me. It's so crazy how you don't see monster trades go down involving superstars or close to it superstars from division rivals like that. I mean, it's wild. It really is wild. And it's a lose-lose trade, which you don't really see often. You don't see a lot of trades that
we both lost.
That both lose.
We really did both lose because Morey, that's my one thing with Morey that I'm still pissed at him for. He had such a good chance to just get a lot of
DeJounte.
assets. Yeah, DeJounte.
It's
Like
always been DeJounte for me.
We wouldn't have just gotten DeJounte though.
And
We would have
Keldon
gotten DeJounte. We would have gotten Keldon Johnson. We would have got Devin Vassell, and then we would have got
Walker.
we would have got Lonnie. We would have got whatever we wanted. And people forget, like, the Blazers wanted Ben Simmons so badly. We could have fleeced them. We could have got Anthony Simons before the season, but Morey was like, I gotta wait. I gotta wait for Dame. He was literally refusing to do a deal with the Portland Trailblazers because Dame was off the table. And I'm like, bro, get CJ McCollum, get Anthony Simons, and get a whole load of picks.
And
because then we could flip those picks for players because you see how valuable picks are. Imagine if we had like a buttload of picks by our side.
Yeah.
We could get off Tobias with ease if we had picks.
Not only get off Tobias, but we could get a really solid return too. Like, and now if you look at Portland, dude, Dame is staying more now than he was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Like, their team is legitimately they just skipping the rebuilding, and they went out and get Jeremy Grant, and they're looking for OG or whatever. They got Jeremy Grant, right? He went to Portland?
Yeah, for a 2025 first round pick and a second round swap.
Nothing. Literally nothing. So now they're going to have Anthony. They're going to have Anthony, Damian Lillard, Jeremy Grant. They're probably going to try and go out and get OG Anunoby, whether that means trading Norman.
I don't think they should. I think they should just draft Jeremy Sohan.
At 7?
No, I think they could trade back and get Lou Dort.
That would be nice. That would they would be the best defending team in the NBA all of a sudden. Dude, if they had Sohan and Lou Dort, that'd be
I would wild. If you're trading back, I would even, and you can't get Sohan, I would just draft him number 7. I think he's that good. I think he's going to end up like top 3 player in the draft. His defense is ridiculous.
But his defense is great, but like he just hasn't shown enough offensively to be able to be like
this dude's going to be a real guy. That shot looks fine, and his off the dribble game looks fine to me. Playing next to Dame with his gravity, I mean, all he has to do is play defense, you know? It's not a big deal.
No, he's a great. I like Sohan. I think he's going to be a pretty high upside player.
Mr. Rudy Poo is killing our vibe. There's no way we get Eric Gordon. Rafael Stone, GM of the Rockets, hates Morey since he left him with no assets. We would have to trade everything for him. No thanks. Yeah, that's my problem with the Rockets, bro. This whole Eric Gordon situation is so annoying. Like, he should have been traded already and stop overvaluing him. He's not that valuable. He's not valuable for you, so stop keeping him. He's not valuable to many NBA teams, like a first round pick and a player. Come on, man. Like, it's getting ridiculous.
Yeah. Eric Gordon's a good player. Like he's a starter on a lot of teams, probably. He would probably start in Philadelphia, don't you think?
Eric Gordon?
Yeah.
Probably because Doc Rivers is like, oh, he played over 10 years in the NBA. He has to start and play 35 minutes a night.
Yeah. He's short. He's undersized. He's a thick boy, though. So, I mean,
he's got dinosaur arms, though. That's my problem with him.
He's a weirdly shaped pear type of guy. But, like, just being so short, he's probably going to come off the bench now that I'm thinking about it. But, like, does that make Matisse Thybulle starting? And then we're going to try and get rid of Tobias Harris and Matisse at some point, I would imagine, this offseason. So, our starting 5, our roster's in for a big shakeup.
That's why I don't want to get Eric Gordon. Like, I'm cool with PJ Tucker, but I don't want to get Eric Gordon because we're just getting another undersized guard, wing, whatever. Like, we need size at the wing position. And that's another reason I don't want to trade Matisse Thybulle unless it's for, like, something really good and valuable at the wing position because our wings are – like, Danny Green's going to be gone. So if we trade Thybulle tonight for, like, Eric Gordon, who is going to play the wing position? Charlie Brown Jr.?
I mean, at least he has some athleticism, unlike the rest of the guys we've been putting out for the last 2 years. But I agree. I mean, I would not trade I would never in this world trade Matisse Thybulle for Eric Gordon, like for so many different reasons. Like Eric Gordon's on the last year of his deal, right? Am I wrong? I think he is. And like it just wouldn't make any sense. It wouldn't make any sense. But at the same time, like I kind of don't want the 23rd pick.
Why not? I do.
Just, like I watched your video yesterday, Romp, and I know you're like, oh, don't pass up on a pick just because Doc Rivers isn't going to play the kid. But like Doc Rivers isn't going to play the kid, dude. Doc Rivers will not play him.
He has to.
He won't, dude. But he won't.
If we draft a wing, he has to play him. Who else is he gonna play? They're running out of options. All he got is Thybulle. Danny Green's gonna be gone.
He's gonna find a way to play him. He'll put DeAndre Jordan at the 3. All he cares. It doesn't matter. Like Doc just will not do it. He's never done it in his career. What makes you think he's gonna do it now?
Well, that's the thing. Can we just get rid of him? Why is this not like a bigger? Why is he not fired?
Bingo, dude. That's the root of all the problems. Just trade the guy who sucks the most. Who is it? The coach. Get rid of him. Trade him for the.
They don't want to swallow the money. They don't want to swallow his contract that they gave him.
I'm passing. I'm passing on the 23rd pick.
Yeah, if we draft Jaden Hardy, I mean that's a guy you don't draft because he's going to take like 5 to 7 years.
Yo, low key though, I think he's going to be nice.
He is going to be really nice.
I think he's going to be. I think Jaden's going to be nice.
But I think Dalen Terry, man, is the pick, or Wendell Moore, or trade back. You could trade back and get.
Who'd you say was what first dude did you say that you want?
Dalen Terry.
No, okay.
He's got a dog in him.
There's a lot of really good late first round picks in this draft.
Yeah, and you're like, I don't want one.
Because we're not gonna play them, dude. We're not gonna
play them. It doesn't matter. We still need wing depth. Right. Like we need a pick. This notion that we need to trade for someone, but we also need like a second round pick. We can't not have a pick, Greg. I don't understand your notion of not wanting a pick.
I have a new strategy now, dude. Trade Doc Rivers for the last pick in the first round or a second round pick. Just a straight up swap, dude. Charlotte, you don't like what's his name? What am I blanking for it? What's the Hornets coach name?
Borrego. They don't have a coach.
No, they didn't they rehire Borrego?
Wait, what?
I'm pretty sure they rehired.
I don't think so.
All right, dude. Then Hornets take Doc Rivers, dude. He's gonna make LaMelo Ball look like a freaking star. All right,
he won't play LaMelo Ball.
Trade for Doc Rivers. Give us literally nothing back. We don't need anything. Yo, Lakers. You don't like Darvin Ham or whoever the hell you hired? Doc Rivers, man. He's been doing it for all his life. Who can coach Kyrie better than Doc Rivers? Nobody.
I like when people are like, you can't criticize Doc for not developing players, but not give him credit for Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. I'm like, dude, Doc did everything he possibly could to not play Tyrese Maxey in his rookie year.
Everything.
And then in the second year,
points and
guess what? In the second year, he was forced to play Tyrese Maxey because he didn't have anyone. See, that's what we need to do. We need to force him to play a young wing. Draft a wing. And don't get one in free. And please, Maury, if you sign a center in free agency, I might just jump off a bridge. I might just delete my channel. If we sign a center off of the streets, if we bring back Andre Drummond, I'm done with talking Sixers. I'm not going to lie.
Yo, you know who we should draft?
Not waste any money on a center.
You know who we should honestly draft? Who I'm very high on here. Are you ready for this? Bo Cruz. Bring in Bo Cruz, dude.
Is that the guy from Hustle?
Yeah. Bring in Juancho Hernangomez, Bo Cruz. Not Juancho, just Bo Cruz.
That movie pisses me off. I'll tell you that.
I thought it was really good. I liked it.
I didn't watch it because Tobias Harris is involved, so it pissed
me
off.
For 9 seconds, dude. The dude's in the movie for 9 seconds. He gets dunked on the one time.
Seeing his red carpet pictures, it's like, dude, you are so soft. It's like, stop.
Do you think he's going to be a Sixer next year?
I hope not, because that dude is the softest basketball player I've ever seen. And I'm not attacking his personality, chat. I know he's a great dude, but the dude plays a soft brand of basketball. If that's your leader in the locker room, no wonder we're the softest team in the league. The dude freaking – did you see his outfits every time? It's like, dude, like I can't stand the dude. I'm so sick of him. Like, I'm sorry, but I can't see him on the Sixers basketball court playing for my favorite team. And as you can tell, I just woke up, so I'm kind of in a pissed off mood, and I'm coming at people.
You just wake up every morning. God damn it.
Tobias. Doesn't he piss you off? Like when you see him in the stupid outfits, it's like, dude.
More than anything, I can't stand him. I don't really care what he wears to the games.
No, I care.
I get way more pissed off at the fact that he refuses to play the brand of basketball that would help us win. That's the thing. He just doesn't accept his role ever. And then he gets pissed that the fans don't like him. Well, we're like, dude, hey, how about you just not try and play like you're the first option on a championship winning team, when in reality, you're a fourth option that should be making $12.5 million a year, not 30.
Do you think those rumors were true that his camp was pissed off?
Yes.
That he wants more? You think they're true?
1,000%. I think that's his way of asking for a trade without asking for it.
Wow. Because some people commented. Some people commented on the video and they're like, this might be Daryl Morey trying to up his trade value or something like that. I don't know. And I was like, yeah, you're probably wrong. But I was giving Tobias the benefit of the doubt. And also seeing his red carpet pictures, oh my God, it's just disgusting. It's like disgusting.
I don't think he's here next year. And I'm not saying that because I don't want him to be here. I don't think he's going to be here next year.
Do you think he gets traded tonight?
No.
Like a percentage chance of Tobias Harris getting traded tonight?
10%.
10%.
And that might be high. I wouldn't be surprised if the Sixers draft their picks and then trade them to teams later.
Yeah, that makes sense. But all right, we haven't gotten into PJ Tucker. How do you feel about overpaying a 40-year-old $10 million a year? And I know you have sources. Like, is this true? Because Keith Pompey,
dude, hugely true. Hugely. Embiid wants PJ. Woke up to a text this morning from a good friend of mine who is on the Philadelphia 76ers of Joel Embiid. And he said to me personally, guys, that he is a large fan of PJ Tucker and he wants him to be a part of his team. And when Joel texts you in the morning at 9 a.m. and you wake up and you look at that, you believe it. You believe it. You know what I mean? So, I texted Joel back. I said, what makes you want PJ? And he said he's a dog that the Sixers have not had. He's a guy that can hit the glass. Did
he send a barking emoji too?
He actually sent the Ben Simmons emoji. And then we talked a little bit about how Ben was a bitch. But Embiid hit me with that text and said that PJ's the guy that we haven't had in the playoffs that can just go out and be a dog. But I was like, yeah, $10 million might be a lot per year for a guy that old. How many times does that work? Embiid hit me with the response text and said, Danny Green was a really good pickup. We were giving him around $10 million a year. And up until the point where he almost died, he was really good. He was consistent. He gave us what we needed despite getting older. And PJ Tucker is a less athletic position that requires less the older he gets. And I was like, you know what, Embiid, really good point, dude. I'll see you tomorrow when we go to shoot around.
Really good point.
Really good point, Joel. Couldn't have said anything better myself.
I honestly think I think this is one of the occasions where Sixers fans are just looking for something to complain about, actually. I don't think people realize this, but you only get one MLE. And if we create space to be available for the $10 million MLE, we have to, pay him $10 million. We can't just offer him, $9.5 million. You can't do that. So you only get one. I would like Nick Batum because I'm a big fan of Nick Batum, but he's probably staying in LA. So PJ Tucker, probably the next best thing. And if you want to get him, you want to take him from Miami, you're going to have to offer a little better. And that third year to PJ Tucker at his age is looking very nice to him. Plus, it's probably not going to be non-guaranteed, but you're going to have to overpay to get PJ Tucker, because if you don't, he's just going to be like, okay, I'm staying in Miami because it's South Beach, good organization.
How much of is it really an overpay though? I mean, he was like
I don't think it's an overpay.
He was
it's an overpay, but
he was a really, really playable, worthy guy in the playoffs.
The third year is an overpay.
Yeah, I mean, but all we need from him is just to play defense, grab rebounds, and shoot corner threes. He's been doing the same shit since he was a kid.
So we're signing we're signing another one-dimensional player?
I just listed 3 things he does.
But he is pretty much one-dimensional.
Not really. I mean, he's less one-dimensional
offensively. You just got to take away his corner 3, and then he's pretty much nothing.
Yeah, but we have James Harden on the team. Like, we have guys who are going to get him available. Okay. I don't think
I'm just playing devil's advocate, Greg.
Yeah, well, you're not playing it well because he's dude's definitely not a one-dimensional player. He plays defense at a relatively high level. Still, he's a dog. Like, he's gritty. He has that killer mentality, which you never really can overpay for, if you think about it. Like, can you really overpay for a skill that does not go away in guys?
I mean, that 40-year-old $10 million, that's an overpay.
Yeah, but who says he's going to be here all those 3 years? Dude, how many times have the Sixers genuinely kept a dude for his entire contract? That shit never happens.
Ferk?
Oh, my God. If I see him, I swear to God, if I see him in a Sixers jersey next year, I'm going to freak out. And if I see him getting rotational minutes to begin the season.
What if he puts on muscle?
I don't care if he.
Why does none of our players put on muscle?
Because they all go back to their home country and eat Turkish bacon or whatever the fuck they eat over there.
But Isaiah Joe's still like skinny. Very skinny.
I mean, he's not allowed to play basketball. That's why. He's not allowed to get better and grow. And then when Tyrese Maxey's like, I'm going to hit the gym next week after losing, Doc's like, absolutely not. You cannot go back to play. Take off 4.5 months and then come play.
See, King's Clips says, don't hate
Furkan Korkmaz is the worst player in the NBA.
October's. I miss Ben Simmons on this. Are you good, bro? That's crazy. That's the craziest comment I've ever seen. But yeah,
Will
PJ
Simmons
Tucker
ever play basketball?
Heck,
I like
no.
PJ, dude. When we talked about this, when he was still on the Sixers, I was like, dude, I wouldn't be surprised if he just never plays again. Everyone's like, oh, he's gonna play again. Even Eastwood was like, I'm starting to believe he may never play again. I'm like, yeah, dude, I've been saying that shit for 2 years now.
Did you see his newest post on the social media?
Yeah, dude. For some reason, I still follow him. Yeah, for some reason, I still follow him.
But the thing is, there was a guy taking a picture of him in the front and also taking a picture of him in the back. It was so weird.
He's a weirdo, dude. He does. Hey, as long as his back is okay or whatever he got surgery on.
Oh my! Can you believe people in the media like bought that shit?
And the thing is though, like Philly got so much shit for treating him the way we did eventually. Like, bro, we weren't just making it up. Like, we weren't just like pushing out a superstar player. Like, we had a lot of reasons to do what we did, and then the rest of the world caught on. But then there's no like apology to Philadelphia. Whatever, I don't care anymore.
Stephen A. Smith was really good all throughout it. Charles Barkley too. There's some, but then there's others.
Former players were great.
Yeah, Shaq.
Yeah, they were like, dude, he has no heart.
My thing is like the media rips Kyrie to shreds, and rightfully so. But at least that dude shows up on the court in the playoffs most of the time. But like Ben Simmons is just getting this pass. Like nothing, like no one's talking about him. No one really cares. But Kyrie Irving, that dude gets the worst of the media, in my opinion. I kind of feel bad for the guy. And I think if you put Kyrie in a situation like with the Clippers where they could handle his ego, they could handle his antics, that would be lethal. So I just want to get your thoughts on Kyrie. Because I feel like the only time we hear he's a distraction is when his team's losing or like the vaccine issue. But I think the vaccine thing is gone. But like notice, if his team's winning, you don't hear much about Kyrie because everything's good. So if you get him in a situation where, winning cures everything, which it really does, I think he's a crazy, crazy talent.
Can we stop saying though, oh my God, Kyrie to the Clippers would be scary? What the hell?
It would be scary.
Dude, what's the difference between Kyrie on Brooklyn? What's the difference between Kyrie on Brooklyn with Kevin Durant and James Harden than it would be with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard? I'll tell you the difference. When would you ever see those three play together on the court at the same time? Please.
I'll tell you the difference, but KD might be watching because we know he's always on Twitter, so he might clip this out and roast me, but KD's not a winner. He doesn't have that killer in him,
Paul George is a
as winner? No, Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, you mean the guy who plays 35 games a season? Okay, I was just
smartly. Kawhi Leonard and Ty Lue handled Kyrie in Cleveland, but KD, he just doesn't have that leadership quality, in my opinion, that toughness to lead a guy like
better. The Clippers would be no better than Brooklyn.
Yes, they would.
They wouldn't be, dude. They truly wouldn't be. What? Okay, from one big three to another big three. Sweet, cool, awesome, cool. Kyrie deserves everything he gets in the media. Do I not? I like Kyrie Irving. I think he's really good. I think he's a very special basketball player. I think he is the greatest ball handler in the history of the NBA. I believe it. I think he is a big-time shot maker. I think he's awesome. But he deserves everything that he wants to get, that he brings on to him. How much does he really How much does he really want to play basketball, dude?
It doesn't matter how much he wants to play basketball. When he plays basketball, he is a killer.
Yeah, when Ben Simmons plays basketball, he's a great defender.
No, he's an offensive liability.
And Kyrie is a liability because he doesn't play basketball. The best ability is availability.
He plays it when it matters. He's always playing in the playoffs.
And then when Kyrie plays, he gets hurt.
Let me ask you this. So someone just commented, these are wild takes. And this is going to be a wild question. So think about prime Paul George. Number one option, would you rather him to lead your hypothetical team or Kevin Durant as a one option?
Kevin Durant.
Prime Paul George.
Kevin Durant. Every single time. Please don't undervalue the greatest scorer in NBA history.
I don't know.
Please don't undervalue
I'm talking about I'm not talking about
dropped 50 against Milwaukee. I would take Kevin Durant right now over prime Paul George.
I'm talking about as a number one.
Yeah. Dude, it's Kevin Durant. Why is this even an argument?
I just don't see KD as I just see him as
he was the best player. He was the
best player on the Warriors. I know. I know he was the best.
He was the best player.
But why was he the best player?
Because he was at times the best player in the world.
And that system. He wasn't asked to do too much. He did everything. Asked to score.
No,
he just play his role.
One of the best defenders. He was
and then
one
Curry,
of the best defenders.
Curry was getting blitzed. He was getting blitzed with KD on his team.
You're telling me you'll take Paul George, who is a historically bad playoff performer.
No, Indiana Pacers Paul George took LeBron James to the brink every single time.
Did they win?
No, they didn't, but at least
Kevin Durant took one of the greatest teams of all time to a 3-1 series lead. Granted, they lost, but that's a little bit more impressive than what Paul George did with a really solid team, may I add. That Indiana Pacers team was solid, and the LeBron James was not as solid as that Warriors team. I'm taking Kevin Durant every single time over any version of Paul George in the history of basketball.
Yeah, but I'm saying one playoff run, you have this is what I'm trying to get. KD ain't a leader. This ain't about who's the better player. This is about who's the better number one. You know, who do I trust more to lead the team? And what I saw from Paul George in those Indiana Pacers runs, I trust him more than KD as a one. Because we saw this year, KD at the one getting blitzed, getting triple team. And he got swept by the Celtics.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler didn't even get swept by the Celtics. And he had Gabe fucking Vincent.
Yeah.
Come on now. If KD's so damn great, how do you not win one game as the number one against the Celtics?
It's a great question, dude. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, but if there's one game, it's a game 7 going up against any team in the world. I need one player to carry me. It's up to prime Paul George or Kevin Durant. I'm taking Kevin Durant.
I mean, KD got to show like that he could win as like without Steph Curry and the amazing system of the Warriors.
Dude, but he was the best player in that series, though. Like,
well, why was he the best player?
You can't just take away 2 championships. Okay, so then
I'm not taking it away. He was the best player.
Steph Curry is not a great player. Then it's just the system, right? Klay Thompson.
Steph Curry is the system, though.
But one player doesn't create a system.
Yes, he does.
No.
Do you see how he gets guarded?
The best player in that series. Kevin Durant could have been bad and they still win that, but he wasn't. He was arguably the best defender in that series. He caused equal, if not more, gravity than Steph Curry did because Steph was not great, if you remember that series. Kevin Durant hit the big shots. That 3-pointer with a minute and 5 seconds left, basically to close them out in game 5 or game 6.
Same thing as Wiggins. Everyone's like loving Wiggins. But the reason he was Wiggins had free reign.
Nowhere near. Nowhere near.
Obviously, they're not nowhere near, but it's the same role. Wiggins was getting one-on-one opportunities. All he wanted because Steph Curry was getting doubled, stuff like that. So everyone's like, "Oh, Wiggins had a crazy finals performance." It only happened because Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? So I got to see KD win a championship without the Warriors. It's that simple.
You're comparing Andrew Wiggins, who was putting up 16 a game, 17 a game, was a great player, arguably the second best player for the Warriors in that series. Had a great run, played awesome, defense was phenomenal. To Kevin Durant, a 25-point per game scorer in that series who played better defense and was a way better shot maker from 3 levels, not just 2. Just do not. Do not.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds crazy
because
when you put it that way.
It's crazy, dude. You can't just be like, oh, well, the system is the reason why this guy's great. Because it's not.
I'm not saying
that
is great.
Those were the words that came out of his mouth. You said he was a system player.
KD
wouldn't be doing that if Steph Curry wasn't on the team. Okay. Well,
KD's one of the best players of all time. But
you see this vein right here?
You're causing
that vein. You're causing that vein. Right
you know what I'm trying to say. You're putting words into my mouth. I'm not comparing Wiggins to KD. But Harrison Barnes'
his name come up? Then where did Andrew Wiggins' name come up?
The same role Harrison Barnes had way back when. He got open shot after open shot. He just wasn't hitting shots. The Warriors would have another championship if Harrison Barnes didn't forget how to shoot. But KD, man, who do you think's better, Steph or KD?
Steph.
All right, good, because I was about to lose it on you.
Yeah, I think Steph's a better player. Who do I think's better, Steph or Andrew Wiggins? Steph. Steph or prime Paul George? Steph. And the disparity between those 3 are huge. Huge, dude. Kevin Durant is closer to being Steph Curry than Paul George in his prime, in high school, in grade school, up against 8th graders. It doesn't matter. Kevin Durant is miles ahead, better than Paul George. KD is not even in his prime now, and I'm still taking current version of Kevin Durant over prime Paul George.
Then how do you explain this year's playoff performance? Because literally every other star who played the Celtics defense cooked.
Did Paul George ever go to the finals?
No, he had LeBron James walking in his way. Like,
did Kevin Durant ever go to the finals before the Warriors?
Yeah,
he did.
As the best player. With the GOAT James Harden
as the best player on that team.
Yeah, by then did he win?
By a lot. It doesn't matter, dude.
I will say that his OKC Kevin Durant is underrated. Very underrated.
It's one of the greatest players ever. He went on a run of scoring. He had like 33 points a game for 3 straight seasons or something like that. It was ridiculous, dude. Kevin Durant in his OKC days is better than Paul George would ever be able to be. Michael Miller.
Did you see Paul George last year too?
I don't care, dude. They're not even on the same level. Did you see Paul George 2 years ago when he was hitting the side of the backboard on corner threes?
Yeah, but that was after a major ACL tear. How about when he averaged 29 against the Suns last year without Kevin Durant and a bunch of scraps?
Kevin Durant tore his Achilles, came back the next game to play, tore it even worse, like fully tore it, and then came back the next season to drop 30 a game.
I think we all come to realize with this conversation that Paul George is underrated. Honestly.
He's underrated.
He's underrated.
Sure. If that's what you're getting out of this big L that you just took to me, then yeah, Paul George is underrated.
He is.
To compare Paul George and Kevin Durant, it's
I'm not comparing.
Absolutely,
that's where you're
you literally asked me what's better, prime Paul George or any version of Kevin Durant ever.
This is one of great. I'm asking you, who would you rather have as a number one?
I could probably get 10 to 15 guys. I would rather take over Paul George.
This is a funny combo.
I swear to God, if you really give me enough time to sit down, come back with some research, I could probably find you 20 guys in the league right now where I would take over prime Paul George.
I mean, prime Paul George is underrated, as we all know.
Great. He's great. That's what makes it hilarious that I could find you at least 15 people.
You know, if we got KD, say perfect.
What a transition.
Perfect scenario.
What a great transition.
We wouldn't do shit. I'll tell you that. Because could you imagine the pressure if we got KD? That would be insane. If we lost one game, the sky would be falling. And I know Philadelphia sports teams as front runners, they're not so good. In order for the Sixers to win a championship, we have to be doubted and doubted and doubted. That's just how it works in Philly, in my eyes. This ain't based on any basketball criteria. This ain't based on any facts. This is a dumb take. But if we got KD, we would fail, in my eyes, just because of the pressure, and it would be embarrassing.
Romp making hot takes with no facts? What? Where? How?
I'm just saying.
Of course, dude. And you know what? It's not even that the pressure. We would just somehow still manage to lose because it's what Philadelphia does better than anybody other than Sacramento. We lose. We're not good at winning. Just simply put, we're not good at winning because our culture sucks. Everything else sucks. It's not the pressure. It's just that we're just not good to win. We just can't win games. But would Kevin Durant make it easier? Yeah. If we could somehow manage to keep Harden. Just imagine trading Harden back to Brooklyn. That'd be hilarious, dude.
No, you wouldn't. You think Daryl Morey would ever trade his son who made his career?
Well, I mean, no. Just give me DeJounte, man. All I want is DeJounte Murray.
Why do you like DeJounte so much?
Because he's a freaking stud in every sense. He's a dog. He's a killer. He does everything. He gets better every single year. He was just a defender 3 years ago. Made an All-NBA defensive team. Now he's up to like 20 points a game on efficient shooting. Best shooting season of his career. Dude's a facilitator. He rebounds. He checks every box. And he's a great defender. And he's like a low 30% three-point shooter. Whatever, dude. Bring it on. Harden's a low 30% three-point shooter.
He couldn't even...
He doesn't even shoot. At least DeJounte so weird. DeJounte moves around. DeJounte's a top 5 passer in the NBA, without a doubt. His passing in traffic, without a doubt, dude.
Top 5,
easy. Because
that's worse than my PGK.
Nah, dude, we're gonna realize next season how incredible. Because nobody watches Spurs games, but Greg watches DeJounte Murray. He is one of the best in traffic passers that
top
the
5
NBA
passers. Now you're like Jokic fans, in traffic passers.
Dude, DeJounte works in the
mid-range.
9.2
assists. You might be right.
DeJounte works in the mid range better than any other point guard.
Is DeJounte your Cam Reddish?
DeJounte is,
but he's actually proven he can be an all-star.
Yes, DeJounte is. He's like a top 3 favorite player for me.
Imagine Maxey and DeJounte backcourt for the future. We could have had that. Easily.
We would have been in the NBA Finals.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but
I would go that far. I would say we're going to Game 6 against the Warriors in the NBA Finals and then losing in Golden State. I'm doing it.
Also, I just want to say something to Daryl Morey. Like, if you do this, paying PJ Tucker $10 million, and then you go out, get Eric Gordon, as Greg's sources are saying.
They said it. They did say it, guys.
We better fucking win next year. Like, if we don't win after these moves, Morey, you're gone. And once again, you led another franchise into a full rebuild. Fucking paying a 40-year-old man $10 million. A hustle guy, 40 years old, to pay him 10 mil because we're too lazy to develop a hustle guy or find a hustle guy. Like, come on. Right.
Let me cut you off real quick. I'm going to address some comments from the top to the bottom. Dude with the mustache, don't know shit, but he's good. Brock, I don't know whether to thank you or feel offended. I'm going to go with the first one. Thank you. DeJounte is one of the most underrated players in the NBA, without a doubt, dude. Superhero knows his shit. Whoa, WTF, top 5? Yeah, Greg Prop thinks passing and being a playmaker are like the same thing. First of all, it's your boy. You're wrong, broski.
Don't do that voice again, man.
Passing and playmaking are not the same. He is an elite passer, and he is an elite playmaker. He is a top 5 playmaker in the NBA. And, well, that may be borderline hot take. It would be sacrilegious. It would be outrageous. It would be radical to put him out of the top 10. Nobody watches Spurs games, including Melly. Yeah, well, F the Spurs. They're the most boring franchise to watch, but I do watch a lot of DeJounte Murray. I believe in DeJounte Murray. I believe in
Devin Vassell.
Yeah, Devin Vassell is awesome. I love Keldon Johnson. The team has a bunch of really solid youngish guys who can become something, but I don't think Murray's a 1A on a team. Absolutely not. But he is an elite defender. He is a superior elite playmaker. And his scoring has improved every single season. Whether he he hasn't become a 3-point shooter, but he is very, very efficient in the mid-range. And that's what I'm screaming for James Harden to become. Like, we need Harden to be a more prolific mid-range scorer. It would make our team substantially better, and he just refuses to shoot it. So I'm taking DeJounte Murray over James Harden. Not as a basketball player. I don't. And then my favorite comment is, well, 100% healthy Harden is better than DeJounte. No shit, dude. 100% healthy Harden is a top 5 player in the NBA, but it's never going to happen again. He's never going to get there. He's like 48 years old now. Guys, let's live in the present.
That.
Let's live in the present, guys. Harden's not going to work in Philadelphia. That's not me going on.
And we're going to go into a full rebuild. Yes, I'm excited. I love
eventually.
Picks, so.
Dude, who do you want to rebuild? What are we going? Are we tanking for Wembanyama, the new French dude? The French Chet Holmgren?
That dude's too skinny. That's my least favorite archetype. Unicorns. I'm so sick of it. Like skinny unicorns. I'm just like Chet. He does nothing for me. It's like, give me Paulo.
I agree, but I also think that drafting Chet for Orlando would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, so they could have another bust.
I mean, they're a solid team. Franz Wagner's
going to be by the way, Markelle Fultz is going to win Most Improved Player.
Yeah, dude, I love Markelle.
I don't know why we traded him.
We
got Tyrese Maxey. I keep forgetting that we got Maxey because of that deal, so.
That's true. And I'm also not saying DeJounte Murray's better than James Harden. But I'm saying next year there's a chance that DeJounte Murray is better than James Harden.
So this is my
we got him. We got him cooking. Yo, Rom's been cooking this whole time.
No, I mean, I've had this trade. Like this, you tell me this does not make perfect sense for both teams. Come on now.
You want Terrence Ross more than you want Eric Gordon?
Yeah.
Did you watch you definitely don't watch my YouTube videos, which is like
Did you
really
roast
cool
Terrence Ross?
Because you're my friend. But I talked exactly about this. But don't even worry about it, dude. Like, I know this friendship is a one-way street, so like it's cool. But I said
I exposed myself.
Yeah, big time. This is exactly what I did, actually. But don't even worry about it. I said,
yeah, Brock, you're getting put in timeout for that one.
It's going to be one of two things. A, we either go for Eric Gordon, or two, you believe Terrence Ross can improve off of his horrid season last year.
Wait, what? They did?
Yeah, they did. They just traded that an hour and a half ago.
Guess what? Joke's on you because I'm ready.
Uh-oh. Undo trade.
Where
are we going? What first round? What second round pick are we going?
Boom.
Oh, dude, my God. Romp is so good at his job.
Why would they trade that? And why is Morey not aware of this?
I don't think Orlando would do this.
Why not?
I mean, they might. I don't know. All right, so my thing with Terrence Ross is Mr. Romp. He shot 29% from 3 last year.
I care about percentages.
He shot under 40% from the field last year. And his game is more focused on athleticism than Eric Gordon's. I think Eric Gordon is a much, much better fit. But I like Terrence Ross a lot. I've wanted to get him for the last 2.5 seasons now. Like, I think Terrence Ross is a guy who could come off the bench and just be a very good shot creator. He is a cheaper Will Barton. That's how I view him. But I just don't know if this is exactly what I want to trade a first-round pick for.
The Los Angeles Lakers acquired Orlando's pick at number 35 for a future second-round pick. What is Morey doing? Are you kidding me?
Let's be patient a little bit.
No. We're not being patient.
You can't just expect every trade you're going to see Woj drop coming from the Sixers. Like, he's trying to figure something out. Whether it works or not, let's just give him the offseason, and then after the offseason, if we don't like what happened, then we shit on Morey. Like, we can't be so quick to shit on a guy.
I can. That dude's a weirdo. You see how freaking...
Just because you run a fantasy basketball team and you traded for Cam Reddish doesn't mean you have the...
I signed Nick Batum. I signed Nick Batum.
Oh, pardon me, dude. You signed superstar Nick Batum.
And I got off Tobias Harris's contract.
For what? What did you get?
For Davis Bertans.
Right. Huge. That's a great contract to bring on in there. Davis is on a really great friendly player contract.
Mr. Rudy Poo, bring up a great point. What's up, Iverson? Shout out to Iverson. One of the most depressed Suns fans you'll ever see on human earth.
Iverson, let's link, bro, because I'm a depressed Sixers fan. I have to do.
This dude be complaining about the Suns. I'm like, dude, they're not that bad. No on Terrence Ross. He's just a shot jacker. We need shot jackers.
Dog.
And also, let me just educate the youth right quick.
Romp, dude, you're in college, bro.
We just educate the youth.
You are the
last time Terrence Ross was in the playoffs, 16 points per game. Come on now.
What year was this?
Look at this. Look at this performance.
Was it 1999?
No, it was 2019. 20 points, 8 of 13. 8 of 13.
Ago. Right.
He had one bad game. 28%. Everything else. So when he was actually in a winning situation where he probably actually cared about basketball, he probably did not give a shit last year because he was on a 10-win team.
So you want to trade for a guy who hasn't cared about basketball in 3 years?
Bro, would you care about basketball if you're on the Orlando Magic when you're approaching the end of your career?
Yes.
No, you wouldn't. Get out of here, Greg.
1,000,000%, dude.
That's
you think he doesn't care? You are outside of your mind.
He doesn't care.
Then I don't want him. A dog cares about everything. A dog goes 100% no matter what team he's on. PJ Tucker would go 100% on that team. I don't want a guy who chooses when to care. We have enough of those guys, Romp, and you can't.
Yeah, but the thing is, this guy. The thing is, this guy can actually put the ball in the hoop.
Yeah, did a great job of it last year, shooting under 30% from three.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what we need, dude. We really need a guy who's going to miss
remind me. But here's the thing: look at what we're giving up. Nothing.
I would rather take Eric Gordon in this situation if this.
No, because Eric Gordon, we're gonna have to give up the whole freaking bench.
Then
of trashness, and we're not gonna get a pick in return. We need a pick in return. That's what I'm telling people.
Yeah,
you can't just get one player while giving up 5 players. Like, let me just show you the Eric Gordon deal. Hold up. Let me get cooking. Because his contract...
Just because a guy wants to get traded from a team doesn't mean he's not going 100,000% when he's on the court. Jimmy Butler didn't want to be in Minnesota, and what did he do? He beat the whole starting 5 with the plumbers and the...
All right, there goes Greg Melly arguing with the chat once again.
I love
chat
versus dude. It's always chat versus me.
This is your freaking Eric Gordon trade. Yeah, let's just give up everything.
Oh, everything, because Furkan Korkmaz is everything. You're totally.
Danny Green, Furkan, just to match salaries, and then on top of that, we got to give up a first-round pick.
I'm sure we would bring in a pick in return, and I would also like to mention that Jaden Springer is a guy who's not going to play for probably another year, 2 years.
He should play.
Furkan Korkmaz should not be on the team to begin with. Danny Green is not going to play next year because he broke his entire left leg, and the first-round pick, in which we're not going to play. So let's really honestly break this trade down for a second. We have Eric Gordon for 2 more years. Granted, the contract's not great, but we bring in Eric Gordon, and we basically trade Jaden Springer and the first-round pick. I'm doing that deal.
Yeah, but here's my thing. We're giving up all of this, even though it's really nothing.
It's nothing, dude. Just because there's 3 things on the right side and 1 thing on the left side doesn't mean we're...
I don't want to give up a pick for Eric Gordon where we're giving up Jaden Springer or Danny Green. Like, it's just... It feels like we're getting the shit end of the bargain for a dude who isn't even valued to their team. He's not an asset to the Rockets because of that contract, and we're going to be giving up Jaden Springer, a future prospect, who I think could actually play a role, but Doc Rivers is not innovative enough to think of a role because he's stupid. And then a pick who could be way better than Eric Gordon in like 2 years, you know?
Dude, I'm not denying. Like, I don't like this trade.
And then we could get a rookie on a cheap contract. And then if you get rid of Tobias Harris, we have a rookie on a cheap contract, which means we could spend more money. But then if we get Eric Gordon, minus $2.4 million, more cap space, and then we get Eric Gordon probably going to get injured, and he's only 6'3" with dinosaur arms.
Yo, dude, you love saying that. Like,
he's got no wingspan, man.
Hear me out. I would rather do the other deal of Danny Green and a first-round pick for Terrence Ross and a pick that's like 9 picks later. I would do that deal. But I don't think that deal is going to be available. And I don't love this deal.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been available if Daryl Morey got on the phones and knew who Terrence Ross was. They gave up a future second
Terrence Ross has been in the NBA for like 11 years. If Daryl Morey doesn't know who that is, dude, you play 2K one time and you know who Terrence Ross is. He knows who Terrence Ross is.
It's just such a poverty move, man.
The Sixers are a poverty franchise. I don't know why you're so shocked.
It just reminds me of like, it's just too much. I can get PJ Tucker, but PJ Tucker and Eric Gordon, it's just like Philadelphia Rock. It's just,
yeah, I agree.
And the funny thing is, like, everyone's like, we're rebuilding the Rockets, but they failed. They failed, and guess why they failed? Because CP3 went down. CP3 went down with injury, and these Eric Gordons and PJ Tucker, the role players, weren't good enough to help James Harden.
You are truly comparing Chris Paul to Eric Gordon and PJ Tucker. That's not fair.
No, I'm saying when Chris Paul got injured, let me break it down for you, Greg, because you're a small brain right now. Let me break it down. So Chris Paul got injured. And at the prime of Eric Gordon and PJ Tucker's career, They were not good enough to help James Harden to get over the top. So now we're bringing in Eric Gordon when he's past his prime. We're bringing in PJ Tucker when he's past his prime. And most likely, either Embiid or Harden is going to be like 25%. They're going to be hurt, but they're still probably going to be playing in like the second round of the playoffs next year. Someone's going to be hurt. And, Jason Tatum was hurt all throughout the playoffs with the weird injury. So you're telling me now Eric Gordon's all of a sudden good enough to help and push us over the top when he wasn't in his prime? When Chris Paul went down with injury?
So this is my thing. The Sixers fan base loves star hunting. But then when we do it, it doesn't work. We don't want to star hunt anymore. But then when we want to make a move that may make us a little bit better, it may not make us much better, but it will make us a little bit better right now. We then say, is this enough that's going to push us over the hump? It's like nothing is good enough for this fan base. Like I don't love this deal. I don't love it, but objectively, this trade, not this one right here, but the one you had before, makes us a better basketball team right now. Right now. And this doesn't mean this is the only move we're going to make. It doesn't mean that's the only trade we're going to make. We're still going to go out there and do something else. Like, it does nothing matters. Nothing matters until we trade Tobias Harris. Like, we have to trade Tobias Harris, dude. Tobias is the guy that needs to get out of here.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And like, this doesn't push the needle.
You like this trade?
Trading Tobias Harris for something, maybe attaching a pick with it and getting something much better. And look at how valuable pick are, dude. If Jeremy Grant's going to pull in a future first-round pick, I don't know if it's unprotected or what, for 2025, dude.
Yeah, but Jeremy Grant requested to go to Portland.
Like, he came out and was like, I want to go to Portland?
Yeah, he's been working out with Dame all summer.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I watched Blazers channel, and they predicted this same trade like 2 months ago.
That's pretty solid. Eric Gordon is a better player than any
of the reason Jeremy Grant's value was so low, he was on expiring, and every other team, he wouldn't re-sign with them. So basically, this was the only offer on the table because he wasn't re-signing anywhere else. But you like this deal? You add Matisse Thybulle, a little more value for them, and they get a pick, 6 trades back. And then we get a pick. I think we could get Abaji, guy from Kansas.
Is Eason available at 17?
Eason would be available, most likely.
I would take this deal if we could guarantee getting Eason.
See, this is what I'm what
about EJ Little?
Doesn't an Eric Gordon deal look so much better if we get a pick?
What about EJ Little? Of course, dude.
EJ Little? EJ Liddell?
Liddell, whatever.
I wouldn't mind him.
I think he's solid. I don't really know enough about this whole draft, but the Sixers need to get rid of Tobias Harris. Let's just cook something up in the Tobias Harris.
You want me to cook a Tobias Harris deal?
Let's cook Toby deals, dude, because it's got to start with Tobias Harris. Get the biggest contract off the books right away. That's how it starts.
All right, I got one for you. I just talk to the chat for a little. I'm cooking up.
Which Bogdanovich, Troy H? Are we talking about Bojan or Bogdan?
They're both the same.
They're far different players. Also, Jeremy Grant's ego is
that's fabricated in my opinion.
He wanted to go to Detroit to be the number one.
And to get paid, it was a money move.
Is that not the epitome of ego?
All right, you got me there. Fuck you.
All right, Bogdan? Yeah, dude, bring in freaking Bogdanovich, dude. I'm all on board for the Bogdan trade. I think Utah might be
say goodbye to Paul Reed.
I think the Utah Jazz might be a surprising seller. Bojan, Jordan Clarkson, and Royce O'Neal. Holy smokes.
You see that B-ball Paul in there?
Holy shit, dude. I'm doing this deal, man. I'm doing it. These are 3 guys who are going to give you good 20-plus minutes a night. Royce can help us not get – I mean, the thing about this deal is we don't get PJ Tucker.
Why not?
Because Royce O'Neal would play the PJ Tucker pit.
Oh, yeah. We could use our MLE somewhere else if we trade.
Exactly.
Oh, my God. See, that's why trading Tobias Harris is so huge.
Yo, okay, so real quick, optimism is back to where it is, skyrocketing high. If this is the deal right here, hold up. If this is the deal,
it's not going to be the deal. Danny Ainge is the
done
GM
deal.
of the Jazz.
Wait, I just got a call. I think my sources are saying it's a done deal. So, since this one's a done deal right here, change the YouTube thumbnail. Tobias Harris just got traded to the Jazz. We have the MLE still. We can still trade the first-round pick attached with Matisse Thybulle. Go out and get something even better. Holy shit, dude. We're freeing up cap space.
Yeah, but your boy, Daryl Morey's like, Matisse, let me go get Eric Gordon.
Dude, we could still go out and trade Danny Green in the first-round pick.
I'm going to cook something else up. You talk about how you love the trade. That's because, not
dude,
even possible.
That trade not only holds on to the MLE, it takes away the need for PJ Tucker, but also allows us to hold on to Danny Green, Matisse Thybulle, and the first-round pick. Dude, I'm doing other deals. We're changing the whole Sixers team. We're rebranding the jerseys. We're moving from the Wells Fargo. We're going to play in Lincoln Financial Field next year. It's a new Sixers team.
What are you talking about, bro?
Sixers are going to win. I just pounded out a whole energy drink.
All right, so I got a big deal coming your way.
Clarkson's mid, but Clarkson just needs to be mid, man.
Hold on.
Yo, Ty, you might want to retype that out. I don't know what that. Why do got want Danny Green? I don't know what that.
Why are you roasting the chat?
I'm just trying to look for some English speaking writers. Much rather Eric Gordon than Tross. Yeah.
This is a good one.
Chad, do you like that I talk back to you? Do I let you? Let you feel heard?
This is a cam stream.
Yeah.
You like that I talk back to you? Jesus Christ. All right, you see it on the screen?
I don't want Danny Green, Ty Mitchell. What the hell are you talking about? Tobias Harris and Matisse, and our first-round pick for Bogdan, Kevin Huerter, the Sixers killer, and Jalen Johnson.
I lost the optimism.
I'm really, really trying to think. So our starting 5 would look like Harden, Maxey, Bogdanovich, Paul Reed, Embiid, or PJ Tucker, Embiid.
Hey, I'm just the GM, man.
I'm
not the coach.
You sound like Daryl Morey. But then I'm thinking, okay, so you have PJ Tucker at the 4, Embiid at the 5. Off the bench, you'd have Huerter as your 6th man.
MLE still there.
MLE still there. And you still have Danny Green that you can dump.
For Terrence Ross.
I don't know if I would go out and get Terrence Ross. I mean,
this is a bad deal.
It's just a lot. I mean, it's not even really that bad of a deal.
All right, I'll show you my favorite deal.
Oh, God, that means it's definitely not realistic.
I mean, man.
Oh, God. It's just how's
the chat doing?
We're so thin on everything, man. I think the one guy called me daddy, which was a little weird, but
that's funny. All right, here we go.
If you put Doc Rivers in that deal, I'm making that trade. Trade Doc Rivers for whoever their coach is. Why am I blanking on his name?
Ferk is a goner.
Oh, hell yeah. It's a done deal.
Okay.
I don't think Atlanta does that deal either. I don't think either of us do that
deal.
Yeah,
that would just be a weird-ass deal.
It would be weird, man. It would be weird.
It was a weird deal. How's this not working?
Yo, real quick while we're talking, do you think the Kings trade their 4th pick tonight?
Speaking of the Kings.
Uh-oh. I think OG goes to Sacramento.
What?
I have like
24, 15, 19.
I don't know what Sacramento does, man, because the best player available is another point guard, and it's the last thing they need to do. Maybe they trade the 4th pick in Davion Mitchell for Donovan Mitchell.
I can't get this to work. Am I retarded?
Sound like Daryl Morey.
Dude, this is harder than it looks.
Yeah, welcome to being general manager.
Nah, fuck that dude, Daryl Morey. Oh my god.
We got it?
You gotta I can't get it to go through. I can't get it up. Pause.
You don't gotta pause it, dude. This is a safe space.
They want John Collins. Why do people want John Collins?
We don't. Don't listen.
Do you want him?
No, I don't. I like John Collins. Actually, you know what? I could talk myself into John Collins.
You could talk yourself into anyone. Let's be real.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do a pussy deal because I can't think. I gotta look what it was before. So I'm just gonna put this up for you.
Yo, what about Kyle Anderson?
I would take him.
I know you would. I know you love that dude
because he's an underrated defender, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's a good playmaker. He pushes the tempo with his passing, and he can't run the transition because he's slow as hell. Troy H., you compare Furkan Korkmaz to any player in the NBA, present or past? I'm taking the latter.
Oh, this is a nice deal.
First of all, Herb, the name's not Molly. The name is Melly. And I don't have low standards. I'm just playing a fair game here. It's not like, let's trade Tobias Harris for Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and Sean Marks. It doesn't work like that. Matisse Isaiah Joe in a first for the 18th pick and Kobe White. Oh, God. Probably not.
I would. Because I love picks. So that 18th pick, enticing.
Are we keeping the 18th pick or are we going to package it with Tobias?
Whoa. Now that's advanced GMing.
It's advanced GMing.
I don't think I'm there yet, but.
No, I don't think you're there yet either. I just don't like Kobe White on the Sixers.
Why not?
Because he's another undersized guard who can't play any defense.
I agree. I don't really like Kobe White, but
I just
like the 18th pick. I like Abaji. Trying to get Abaji on the Sixers. Okay?
Yeah, big Abaji guy.
Huge Abaji guy. Just a very good player, in my opinion. I'm trying to, how did I do this Sixers trade? Hold up. I'm looking at my recent video. So you're not a fan of it? Oh, he's gone. I'm talking.
No, I'm passing on that. You've been talking to the wall for the last 2 minutes. I'm passing on it, though.
Okay.
Yo, Rudy Bill. My guy, dude. I love Eason.
I got another trade for you.
I would also take John Wall from a buyout. Hell yeah, dude. Give him the... What is it? Not the MLE, but whatever the...
You want John Wall? Are you
on
drunk?
A 1-year deal worth $4 million? Yeah, dude. I want John Wall. He's a good defender. First of all, Joseph, hold up, Romp. I gotta preach some wisdom. Sam Cassell should be the head coach for the Philadelphia 76ers. I accredit all of Tyrese Maxey's development to Sam Cassell. He works with guards better than anybody, and he is an awesome, awesome player developmental coach, and he deserves his shot in the NBA. If the Sixers lose Sam Cassell to another team, that other team will become more successful than we would be, like the last two guys we lost. I'm telling you, Sam Cassell should be the guy. All right, let's get into it. Jaden Springer, Danny Green, a first-round pick for Herter, and a second-round pick is a done deal for me.
Do you have any idea why the Hawks would do this?
They overpaid for Kevin Herter. They're going to get an expiring deal with Danny Green.
Oh, yeah, they could. They could just waive Danny Green.
Free up cap space that they're eventually going to want to use because this team is... And Danny Green is a much better defender than Kevin Herter. And Jaden Springer is something to look up for.
You want to hear a hot take on Sam Cassell?
I am all ears. Earson.
My thing... Here's my thing with Gregory Melly.
Oof.
I mean, with Sam Cassell. With Sam Cassell. I was just looking at something, so I was just...
Yeah, I was just looking at something.
I wouldn't mind him leaving. Now, the reason I say that is because it wouldn't give Daryl Morey or the Sixers a backup plan if Doc Rivers just sucks. And it would be funny because then we could be like, haha, I told you, should have fired Doc Rivers when he plays all bench lineups or doesn't play a young guy who deserves it. That's just me being petty.
Yeah, good to know that you're basing our result, everything on just pettiness. And
number two, I don't think he brings much to the table in terms of scheme wise. I don't think he's going to be an X's and O's geek that I would want.
You know what's so funny about you, Romp, is you hate geek analytical guys when it comes to the front office, which is the most analytical position. But when it comes to a basketball coach, you're like, I want a guy who's never played. I want a guy who has no idea about actually being on a court. I just want a dude who is going to be like, well, statistically, this play.
No, not that. I want structure. I want plays.
That doesn't come from the
I
coach,
want
dude.
Ball movement.
That comes from the organization.
It comes from a coach,
culture.
Sir.
It goes down to the coach.
I want Andre Iguodala on the Sixers coaching.
He's good to know the dude is still playing basketball.
In 5 years, he's going to be, or probably like 15 years, he's going to be one of the best head coaches in the NBA because he played with the Warriors, and you see him coaching up Wiggins. I just want someone from the Warriors staff that could teach us how to play their brand of basketball, okay? Because I don't believe Sam Cassell is going to bring anything crazy stylistically. Not saying I don't want him. I would love Doc Rivers to be fired right now and him to be promoted, but that's just not going to happen. So I would rather us just get a fresh face. And I think he deserves a head coaching job, Sam Cassell.
So should we just be like, you know what, screw the next 9.5 years. Let's wait for Andre Iguodala to, you know what, let's just trade for Iggy right now. Let's just trade Tobias Harris for Andre Iguodala and then promote Iguodala to a player coach. You're right, Romp. That's my fault, dude. You're really thinking outside the box.
I'm just a petty individual, and I want to see.
You're like, you pick and choose when you want to use analytics.
Yeah, I do. It depends on the day. It depends how I feel. My opinions change, man. I think that needs to be normalized in today's society.
Here we go, dude. Somehow this has come into a freaking progressive movement, whatever the hell's going on.
People don't realize I wake up one day, I'm a Matisse Thybulle fanboy. I wake up another, he's the worst basketball player on the planet. Same with Furkan. Same with Isaiah Joe.
Maybe you need more.
I change my opinions. Whenever people are like, oh my God, you said this. I'm like, dude, you're acting like you haven't said something stupid before. Like, bro, I just say random shit. Like, I just said I'll take Paul George over prime KD.
Glad you said it because I was gonna pull that right out right now.
But I gotta trade for you.
Here we go, dude. I'm still really liking that one trade that I already forget what it was.
This is one of my favorite trades.
The Royce O'Neal deal.
This is one of my
what it is.
This is one of my favorite trades.
Bro, you throw Royce O'Neal on that PJ Tucker vibe, I'm with it. Gritty defender.
Bipolar. That's
gritty defender. Yeah. I'm playing deal.
I know,
dude. First of all, it makes our team way better looking. We need that with Sam Cassell on the bench. We need this right here.
Kelly, you calling Sam Cassell ugly? What?
Ugliest dude of all time. Right now, Google a picture of him and then actually type in Sam Cassell alien and then put that up on the screen when you have it. Second of all, Kelly Oubre, Wave Poppy is nasty.
He changed the culture of the Suns. No one talks about that.
He's nasty, dude. Bring him in.
Sam Cassell alien. I think we might get canceled for this, Logie.
Dude, bring it in. Bring it up. Kelly Oubre, dude, is a stud. And I get to look at him every single night playing basketball? Come on now, dude. See? He is E.T., man.
Sam Cassell or alien.
It's a classic meme.
It's like a 4-year-old made it.
Yeah, Sam Cassell or alien.
All right, I got another trade for you.
Furkan Korkmaz is ugly as ball sack, and he doesn't.
I hate this trade. If we did this, I would literally throw a temper tantrum.
You? No. Doesn't sound like you.
I'm not a fan of this dude. I mean, I am a fan of him, but I think he's overrated in terms of Sixers fans. And I don't think he will help like that much.
Just Romp cooking up trade after trade like it's just nothing. Like these guys don't have homes. We're just trading everybody. Get out of here. Deal.
You would.
I liked Anthony, bro.
You would.
I liked Anthony a lot.
Too small.
Bro, he's like 6'7".
6'2".
Still doing it.
See that? Smallest player I've ever seen.
Still doing the deal. He's a gritty defender.
Gritty defender at 6'2". You can be gritty. It ain't going to help.
He's a good playmaker.
Who's he going to play with? He's going to play with
Oh, right. But you want to get whoever the hell you were saying you wanted to get.
Imagine Maxey and him on the court. That's the smallest backcourt you'll ever see in human history. You want to trade for
Tyler? You want to trade for? Yeah, I know you are. You want to trade for Tyler Ulis instead?
Maybe.
Let's go out and get Tyler Ulis. He was like 5'8".
So you're a fan of D'Anthony Melton. Oh, I found the trade. Let's go.
I am. I'm a fan of D'Ant. What do we got here? What do we got? You wanted Kobe White, but fuck, D'Anthony Melton's too small. At least D'Anthony Melton plays defense.
I just wanted the pick. I didn't care about Kobe White.
It's like, you're just trading a pick for a pick that's further back.
No, it was 18th. I could have got a Baji, my guy.
Oh, is that the 18th pick? I thought it was like 48.
Oh, no wonder you hated it so much.
What, the Kobe White deal? Oh, dude, screw Kobe
Say White. Goodbye to Tobias and Matisse. I know you love them, but they got to go, man.
Uh-oh, dude.
What's up?
I'm just hyping this trade up before you show it.
Imagine it's like... Oh, man, I love this deal so much. I just love it. I love it.
Let's keep it PG here, Rob.
Come on now. Come on.
Tobias Matisse in the first round for Barnes, Justin Holiday, and Terrence Davis. Romp 1,000%.
I know.
1,000%.
It's the best trade ever.
Best trade ever. First of all, Harrison comes in, kills it from 3, dude. Absolutely kills it. Justin Holiday is a guy who we've been missing for the last 4.5 seasons. He's a versatile defender. He's going to hit 3-pointers when he's open. Terrence Davis is so freaking underrated, dude. Man. He's so underrated. I love TD so much, dude. So much. And he's just an absolute asshole. Bring that on, dude. He didn't play for a week and a half, came in, dropped 24. Dude, he's a stud. I love Terrence Davis. He can shoot it a little bit. He's athletic AF. He's going to get up there. He's going to play good defense. And you know what also the best part about this deal is? All 3 of these dudes are on an expiring deal.
I know.
All 3 of these dudes.
I'm an advanced GM here.
All 3 of these dudes are on an expiring deal.
My boy, Danny Green is 6'6", buddy. He does seem small, but he's actually pretty tall. D'Anthony Melton is 6'2", though, and that's why
but he plays like he's 6'7".
No, he plays like he's... Dude, you see him in the playoffs? He looked like a little kid out there.
I'm doing this deal.
I
don't give a shit.
I don't... That... Aren't we past that?
I think we... who knows, dude? Who knows? Well, I don't know. I'm doing this deal.
I am, too.
Worst case scenario... Literally worst case scenario... They all leave in free agency after next year, and we free up a buttload of cap space.
You know why the Kings would do this?
Because they're trying to win right now.
They're trying to win right now.
And they still have the 4th pick. So they could trade the 4th and 23rd pick for another dude, and all of a sudden they become an actually pretty good team. Think about that.
I wish Daryl Morey would watch my channel instead of just ignoring me on Twitter all the time.
You want me to shoot him a text?
No, fuck that. That dude just ignores me on Twitter. I'm like, at Daryl Morey. Why is
Get your followers up, bro. Get your followers up, bro.
He won't even block me. You gotta at least just block me.
Yeah, you've been tweeting him a lot.
October says, "Who are these mid players?"
Harrison Barnes is a stud, dude.
All right. I'll get one for you, Mr. Rudy Poo. Daryl Morey doesn't even know who Marcus Morris is. That's my favorite joke on this channel, how Daryl Morey doesn't know who NBA players are.
I hate how I can't pin comments, too.
What comments do you want pinned?
The third from the bottom.
While you were ranting, I just had... Why is there so many sex bots? Like, what is YouTube doing?
Not their job.
This platform is a fucking mess. All you see is sex bot after sex bot after sex bot. Oh, I got a trade to piss you off after this one.
I can't wait.
Marcus Morris.
I'm already pissed off.
Green.
I like that trade a lot, man. That might be...
Oh, this is actually a good trade.
That might be my favorite or second favorite deal. I really like that Jazz deal, man. Bring in Clarkson, Royce O'Neal off the bench, and then put in Bojan at the 4. Bojan's like a perfect fit alongside Embiid. No.
What do you mean?
I'm not doing it.
Why are you doing it?
Because we're giving up way too much.
Yeah, I should have added a pick. Hold up. There, that's good. That's good. There it is. People want the Morris twins. They get Morris and PJ Tucker. Sixers fans would be nutting. And then in game 25, they would be like, we need players who could take it off the dribble.
I would do this deal.
So that second round pick got you.
I don't know, man. Nah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. We can do more.
I'm just showing Rudy Poo.
Go out and do a Lou Dort deal. Let's see what Dort can do.
He asked for it. I showed him. Furkan gets a championship ring too. That would be awesome.
Yeah,
for my brand.
Sweet, dude. Awesome. Love it. Because the Clippers are going to somehow manage to come out of poverty.
What do you mean?
Third world countries. Third world countries include the Clippers, the Sixers, the Kings, the Pacers. There's a lot of teams, dude. They're just never going to win.
So I'm here to piss people off.
Clearly, by the title of our thumbnail and everyone hopping in. Dude, get in a Lou Dort deal. Let's talk Lou Dort.
That's not possible, so I'm not even.
Dude, with the Thunder, you trade them one pick and they'll give you whatever the fuck you want.
He's already going to the Blazers.
He's not.
Oh, Furk is a goner, unfortunately.
Oh, no. How am I ever going to live?
Where is this dude? Oh, there he is. Good-looking dude. You can't lie about that. Furk is a good-looking dude.
He's not a good-looking dude.
Whoa.
Oh,
wait till I tell Furk that. Whew.
Please do, dude. I have his number blocked on my phone.
This is the one.
Is this the one? Is this the one we're going to do?
Mr. Rudy Poo liked that trade, so.
Sweet. Good thing we got Rudy Poo on. Yeah.
What?
I would do it.
You would do it?
I would do it, man.
Let's go. What's good, bro?
Nice. Good response there, Rob. Good thing you cut me off to say what's good, bro.
I mean, you weren't saying much.
I don't love this deal. I'm not gonna die for it, but like it's all right.
Ew.
It's all right. Like,
hey, man, if you want to get off Tobias, you're gonna have to accept a bad contract in return.
That's if you want to package him with Furkan Korkmaz.
I mean,
39's not a bad pick though. 39's pretty solid.
Yeah, K-Love does not play defense. You're not wrong on that.
Tobias Harris is a premier defender.
He had one good playoff series of defense, and everyone thinks he's a god defensively.
Yeah, he's atrocious. Tobias Harris is atrocious.
All right, you want a Lou Dort deal?
I want a Lou Dort deal. And you know what? Overpay for it. I don't give a shit. I want Lou Dort, man.
Why do you want Lou Dort?
Because he's a stud and he gets better every season. I want Dort. I want DeJounte Murray. I want Kevin Durant. Prime Paul George at the 4. And then Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at the 5. With Embiid coming off the bench. And Maxey, of course. Dude, I would take Lamar Stevens. That's a solid.
Dort's only making a 1.9 mil?
Yeah, he's on his rookie contract.
What the fuck?
No, I don't want Gordon Hayward. Pass on Gordon Hayward.
Oh, this is a oh my god, this is beautiful.
What's up, Chad? Let's talk. K-Love can lock up Curry. Yeah, one play in 2018 or 16, whatever year they won. If Greg had no mustache and black hair, he'd definitely look like Ferk. That's saying a lot of different things about how I look. You're like, if Greg Melly was 6'9" and black, he would look like LeBron James. Yeah, it's not how it works, B-boy. Derek Favors and Lou Dort for Matisse Green in the first-round pick. Dude, they would never say yes to that.
Why wouldn't they say yes? What are you talking about?
Because we're giving up nothing for Lou Dort.
We're giving up Thibault and our pick.
Lou Dort's the best player in this trade.
I know he's the best player, but they're not going to re-sign him.
Dude, they would definitely.
How am I supposed to give up anything when Lou Dort's making $1.9 million?
I don't know.
And
your GM job.
And no one is getting. Literally, no one gets paid on the Thunder. It's literally look at Shea. Look at Shea's 30, and then it's 6 mil, 4 mil. Ooh,
throw in Ty Jerome. Throw in Ty Jerome. I love Darius Baisley. They would never get rid of him. Throw in Ty Jerome. I mean, of course, I would do this. I would do this deal more than anything in the world.
Getting Ty Jerome in a trade would be like getting sandpaper for Christmas.
How funny would it be to trade Danny Green right back to the Oklahoma City Thunder?
I mean, they would just waive him. But, I mean, come on. You wouldn't do this deal? Say you wouldn't.
Of course I would do this deal, but Oklahoma City would hang up the phone. Did you not see the report yesterday when they were like, an anonymous GM was like, if you're a GM in the NBA and you didn't, and you don't have and you weren't offered Matisse Thybulle at some point, you probably have had your phone off.
We're going to the Pacers.
Let's go to Indiana.
Tobias, get Tobias out of here. Fuck
Let's go to Indiana. Indiana's not taking Tobias. Next trade.
Yeah, wait till I cook it up. You're gonna regret saying that, huh?
I think the Knicks might be a move.
Yeah, why would they take on Tobias? Come on.
I'm not saying for Tobias. I'm saying for like Matisse or something. I just want Lou Dort, dude. All right, Octobers. Let's talk real quick. You say, how and where did Greg get them jerseys? Which question do you want answered? I'll only answer one. How or where? And which one's your favorite? Do you like the?
You probably stole them.
Do you like the Joe Johnson one or do you like the J. Cole one? I got a LeBron James, St. Vincent St. Mary's. Got a Russell Westbrook UCLA. We got 2 Ben Simmons jerseys. I'm sorry. And then a Roberto Clemente. How?
This is a trade of the year.
Trade of the year. All right, Octobers. How? I bought the J. Cole jersey in Texas in a mall. Great purchase. It was awesome. J. Cole is my guy. He's my lock screen on my phone. Not him, but a quote. And then the Joe Johnson jersey I bought last week for $8. Tobias Harris, 2 first-round picks, and Matisse Thybulle for O'Shea Brissett, count me in. T.J. McConnell, count me out. Malcolm Brogdon, count me back in. And a second-round pick. Is that the last pick in the draft?
That's the last pick in the draft, baby.
Count me in, dude. Give me number 60. We're drafting Isaiah Thomas part 2. I'm all on board.
TJ comes back. Everyone's happy. And O'Shea Brissett.
I love O'Shea, dude.
He's the best player of all time.
Yeah. O'Shea's the guy.
I would rather O'Shea Brissett than PJ Tucker.
I don't know if I'm taking trading 2 first-round picks for this, though.
Dude, picks don't matter. I've already tried to explain this to people because
you literally an hour ago said
I know. But let me
pick
finish.
So you're just willing to trade the only 2 first-round picks we have for the rest of the era of the decade?
No, here's the thing, Greg. We have Joel fucking Embiid. We got 2 years for me. Maybe 1, honestly.
We have 2. It's 2.
I would say 1 if I was being real. If we fail next year, I'm done. It's time.
Then get ready to get done, dude, because nothing's changing, Rump.
It depends. It depends how we fail. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say 2 years.
Do you want me to take a guess on how we fail? We're going to be
not yet.
In the playoff, and we're going to unfortunately do the same shit we've been doing, and we're going to know it's coming the whole entire year, but we're going to somehow talk ourselves into how this year is the year. Harden had a really good game 2.5 weeks ago. He still got it in him. And then the Sixers are going to lose in 6 games because the Sixers can't win games, and then we're going to be like, oh, man, I should have just kept it real with myself. I should have saw this coming. You know, the whole time, Greg's going to be sitting back on his YouTube channel saying, I told you this shit was going to happen. But continue.
Great. Here's me with picks. If you're gonna get something very good in return, I don't care about picks. But if you're just gonna trade him for something, but if you're trading for Malcolm Brogdon, O'Shea Brissett, because picks don't matter in the grand scheme of things, because we have Joel Embiid. If he requests out, we could get a ton of picks in return, so we could just replenish them. So in reality, we should just go all in, either use your picks to draft someone very good, because I believe you can get that, but also use your picks to get quality role players. But don't just overpay and throw in a pick for Eric Gordon when you don't have to.
Is this not overpaying?
It is overpaying, though. When you
put this deal right now, is this overpaying?
I'm a big fan of Malcolm Brogdon, homie.
Devil's advocate here.
All right, take out the 2020.
Wait. Devil's advocate. Is O'Shea Brissett on a team option? Is that what that TO is?
Yep.
Then I would pick that up. Then that's a good deal. I would take that deal. But
even the 2026 pick?
TJ McConnell is not a good guess.
He's just in there to make money work, okay? So you don't even look at him.
3 years left on his contract, dude.
Don't even look at him, dude. Don't even look at him. Just act like he's not there.
I hate his face.
All right. I can't throw there's no other contracts to throw in.
Chris Duarte?
We should low key sign Jalen Smith, but
I know I like Jalen Smith.
He would fit perfectly next to him. Getting young players mean nothing, as we have Glenn Rivers. Yeah, that's so true, but also so depressing. Rump is on the brink of insanity if the Sixers fail again. Honestly, I don't even like everyone's like, I want a championship. And obviously I do want a championship, but I get over it. I think championships are a bit overrated, they just come and go. The Warriors.
The only reason we're doing this right now is because we want to win a championship. The only reason you like basketball, like the Sixers, is because you want to watch them win a championship.
No. That's totally false. The reason I like basketball is because I like basketball. I don't watch it for the Sixers to win a championship.
Yeah, but you watch the Sixers because you like the Sixers and you want them to win a championship.
Greg, if you sat me down and was like, yeah, we're trading Embiid. He's going to a place to win, I would be like, good for him. Yeah. And then you told me our plan is to have Tyrese Maxey run the show every game next year. I would literally nut because I love Tyrese Maxey's game that much. And some of the most fun moments for me last year was the Memphis Grizzlies game and the Heat game where Tyrese Maxey got to run the show.
Dude, I agree, but it doesn't make us a better team.
I know it doesn't make us a better team, but I'm just saying, if you listen to Warriors podcast, bro, I don't want to be them. I don't. They expect everything to go perfectly, and every time it does go perfectly, but they complain about Kevin Durant,
Dude, Dude, you're going to find something on all the time. It's called life, dude. It's why people who are extremely successful are still depressed. It's just the way shit goes.
They're fighting over...
we don't complain about everything all the time anyway.
They're fighting over KD. Imagine being that successful, going that delirious where they're criticizing Kevin Durant.
I wish. We were criticizing Kevin Durant for like 35 minutes today, and he's never been on the team. What the hell but are you talking about?
It's different because if KD was on the Sixers and won 2 championships, I wouldn't say jack about him. I would be like grateful
the grass is
for
always
the guy.
Greener, dude. You have no idea. You don't know.
I would be like, honestly, like I'm making no sense this stream.
No,
but
you're just blocking people on the chat. That's what you've done.
Yeah, just fucking porn ads.
She keeps coming back though, man.
At least pay us for this exposure.
Yeah. At least drop us like a super chat. It's the least you could
do. So are you like, do you have to go or?
Eventually, relatively soon. I got like 8 minutes left. You want to do one more trade and then wrap it up?
Yeah.
Let's get one more trade. Let's make this the big kahuna. Where do you think Kyrie gets traded, or do you think he comes back?
He's probably gone. Ooh. I just thought of something.
Uh-oh. I've sparked inspiration. Yes, Shaggy, DeJounte Murray would be awesome for us.
Oh,
DeJounte Murray would be awesome everywhere. Let's get a DeJounte Murray trade in the mix.
Fuck that, dude.
I'll trade Matisse. I'll trade every first-round pick we have available. And I'll trade Danny Green. And I'll trade Furkan Korkmaz. And Isaiah Joe. And I love Isaiah Joe. You want Paul Reed? Have Paul Reed. You want Charles Bassey? He's yours. Charles Bassey's yours. Who else do you want, San Antonio? Do you want Doc Rivers? Doc is yours. Have him. Go crazy. Our lineup with DeJounte Murray would be Maxey, Harden,
You're still
DeJounte.
DeJounte Murray, man.
With DeJounte, because he's tall enough to play any position, my friends. He can play 1, 2, 3. We're going to bring in PJ Tucker at the 4, Embiid at the 5. Maybe steal Lonnie Walker from the Spurs off the bench. And then get some weird guys to fill out the rest of the roster. Shit. It doesn't matter, guys. The Sixers aren't going to win anything. We lose regardless. Nothing matters anymore.
Jesus Christ.
Trade everything for Chet.
Oh, this is the one.
I'm just kidding. I don't want Chet Holmgren.
That dude sucks.
I mean, he's really good in basketball. All right. Tobias and 2 firsts for KCP, Kuzma, and Ish. Why are we trading 2 first-round picks, dude?
Because Tobias Harris's contract and the Wizards are rebuilding.
Are they rebuilding? They still
in this trade scenario, Bradley Beal would request out.
No, I'm not doing this deal.
What?
And I'm even more upset that this is what you gave me. I feel like we could trade Tobias for KCP and Kuzma.
About? This is a freaking steal for us.
Pass.
Dude,
Digital Print House says, sheesh, that would be tremendous. See, that's why I should be the GM in our little get-togethers.
What if I had a pick?
No, I don't want this deal.
Do you realize how good Kyle Kuzma is?
Oh my God.
He would be.
You watch him every night and you realize, whoa, he's not that good.
You wanna know? Guess his rebounding.
Like 9 rebounds a game. He's a good rebounder.
Gooders. That's cap. He's a great rebounder.
Okay, DeJounte Murray is a great rebounder too.
8.5 rebounds a game. Come on.
How many rebounds a game does DeJounte have? 8?
I don't give a fuck about
I'm going to look it up. I'm going to sell you on DeJounte Murray.
I'm already sold on Javon.
No. I'm going to sell you even harder.
Do you guys realize that Tobias Harris contract?
8.3 rebounds a night. He had 21, 9, and 8 on 2 steals a game, 33% from 3. Oh my God, dude. Trade everything for DeJounte
Greg and
Murray.
Rudy Poo, do you guys realize what this Tobias Harris contract is?
Not as bad as this deal.
You are sleeping on KCP and Kyle Kuzma. Let me tell you that. Because first off, KCP, ever since he's left, along with Caruso, the Lakers defense went to the bottom of the barrel. KCP's literally Danny Green. He's literally Danny Green, but better.
That's so cool. I can't wait to re-sign him on an overpriced contract.
And then we get Kuzma, who can score.
Wow, that's
so cool. And play a bit of defense and rebound.
It's like he's exactly like Tobias Harris, except
imagine
a little bit worse.
Lineup of Tyrese Maxey, KCP, Harden, Kuzma, and Embiid.
I'm passing on this deal.
Come on now.
Good thing we're trading 2 first-round picks for Kyle Kuzma. We're trading the best player. We're trading the best player in this deal.
Kyle Kuzma averaged 17 points a game last year.
I don't care, dude.
Guess how much Tobias averaged? He probably averaged like 18 on 25 shots.
As a 4th option. 3rd option. Kuzma was the number 1 guy for like the majority of the season.
No, guess what?
Chicken butt.
Guess what? 14 shots a game for Toby. And they have the same freaking stats. 14 shots. 17 points.
Tobias Harris is better than Kyle Kuzma.
No, he's not. I could debate you all day on this. He's not better than Kuzma.
This is not a good trade. And more so, I am just upset that this is what you pulled out to end the stream.
You think there's no way you actually think Tobias Harris is better than Kuzma.
Yeah. He's not a better fit, but he's a better player. What did Kuzma shoot from 3 last year?
34% on 6 attempts.
So 6 attempts, 34%.
And guess what Toby shot?
What did Toby
36 shoot? On 4 attempts. Little baby can't shoot more than 4 attempts.
Taking Tobias Harris. I think Kuzma's a better fit in Philadelphia.
I don't think you realize how annoying Tobias Harris is.
No, I do though. Like I hate him more than you. I promise you that. Like I despise.
No, you don't.
I've hated Tobias Harris from the moment we traded for him.
No, because like I personally like don't like him. Like his personality pisses me off.
Yeah, well, that's because you're picky when it comes to that. I don't hate the guy. Like I think he's a bitch and I think he sucks, but. I'm not doing this deal. This deal is not a good deal. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, that's a tough one. It's a tough way to end it.
Yeah, I'm not even really. I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed.
All right, dude. Last words for tonight. Is anything gonna happen?
I
hope nothing happens.
I hope a lot of shit happens, man. I hope I go to work, check my phone at some point while I'm watching the draft or trying to, and I notice Tobias Harris is not on the Sixers anymore. He's in San Antonio. I hope Danny Green's somewhere else. I hope we trade the pick. I hope Matisse is in San Antonio. And I hope DeJounte Murray is a Philadelphia 76er and signs a 15-year contract. And then we managed to get Eric Gordon and Kevin Durant and PJ Tucker, and we signed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
All right, boys. Thanks for coming out.
Guys, it was a blast. Almost 2 hours, man. It's a long time. It's a long time listening to Rob cook up some shit trades just to stumble upon a good one now and then.
Hey, dude. Better than Daryl Morey, I'll tell you that. Dude,
at one point, you're like, wow, this is really hard. Like, wow, man. Like, this isn't easy.
Yeah, but I'm not getting paid.
You're like, Morey, just fucking trade the guy, man.
I'm not getting paid $50 million to sit on my ass and draft Jaden Springer when we're in win now mode.
He also drafted Tyrese Maxey, Tom Passy, and Paul Reed. But no,
and
you're
then
right.
show up to the press conference half asleep.
Because he's working so hard.
Yeah, okay. Dude's just collecting a paycheck, and I hate to break it to everyone, but that's just the facts of the situation. Same with Doc Rivers. They're just collecting paychecks of the poverty Sixers franchise. And we're just going to have to hope and pray Embiid's greatness.
Aren't we doing the same thing? Aren't we really, me and you, doing the same thing? Isn't that really kind of what this whole thing is? Just collecting a paycheck on a shitty Sixers team? Yeah.
I mean, at this point,
we just don't see nearly the same amount of money.
We don't see nearly the
the
gain. So I wouldn't classify us as that yet.
We definitely are. We're actually more so than they are. They're like trying to make the team better. We have no.
Did you see my trades?
We have no influence on this team. We're simply nobodies who are talking about what happens. But on that note, guys, thanks for coming out.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Have a phenomenal day. Let's go Sixers tonight. Let's trade up for the number 1 pick and draft